And welcome for the fuck is that? Ooh.
I wonder what he's doing here.
Who's that? That's crazy. Guess we'll figure that out soon enough, huh? Bye, buddy. And finally, we are back once again. Sorry to cut you guys off so abruptly last video, but we're back. Here we are for our final segment of our huge discussion on this Broly movie. Previous fans, you know you guys know we like to break up our segments sometimes if it's too long. Our Avengers Infinity War clip was over 2 hours worth of footage, so we had to break that up into different parts. This one isn't going to be nearly that long, but we're still going to break it up into parts just so that you guys can catch the flow of everything nice and easy and not get too much at one time. In our last video, we talked about how Goku and Vegeta finally combat Broly together. They both still take a massive L because at this point, if you remember, Frieza already killed Paragus and made Broly transform into like an unimaginable like point in his self that not even his father thought he could do. And now Broly is a Super Saiyan, which puts him far beyond any normal Super Saiyan we've ever known. We've already seen base form Broly successfully combat Super Saiyan Blue Goku effortlessly until he started losing, and then that transformation into a Super Saiyan bolstered him way beyond that of Goku because we saw him getting destroyed. Vegeta had to come in. Both Vegeta and him start getting annihilated, and they're all beat up. They take him up to Frieza. They teleport away. Now Broly is Frieza's problem.
Yeah, wait. Whatever happened? Is he alright?
I don't know. You think so?
Behold, this is Golden Frieza!
It's Frieza.
It's Frieza. He'll be fine. I mean, he knew what he was doing, right? He's golden form. Isn't he like the strongest when he's in golden form? Yeah. He's fine.
He's fine.
So, in our last video, I ended explaining how the first mistake happened in the Super Saiyan the fusion technique. They tried it, they messed up, and we get
Veku.
Veku? Okay, Veku. The fat version of Gogeta, essentially. Then, 30 minutes goes by. And you know what's crazy to me, Lobo?
What's that?
30 minutes went by. The planet wasn't destroyed. Do you think Frieza won?
He's probably holding them up. I think he's doing fine.
He's doing fine.
Why everyone's worried about Frieza.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's
Frieza.
It's just a half an hour with Broly. Like, he could have been cool with Broly, and they could have been friends or something.
What did, like, Goku and Vegeta fought him for, like, what, almost, like, at least an hour by themselves? Maybe even that.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Frieza's fine. Let's not even worry about that.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
So, now we get to the second attempt at the fusion technique. This time, they got their placements correct. The problem is the angles of their bodies were off. So now we get skinny Gogeta. What's his name?
I don't think he got a name.
Oh shit, well fuck
They
that
never
guy.
had a name.
Screw him. But anyway, obviously that's their second failure. And they had to wait another half an hour because every time you fuse, you have to wait a half an hour before the fusion ends itself. So they messed up twice. They had to wait the second half an hour.
I think he's still doing okay.
And the world still isn't destroyed yet.
No, it was fine.
You think Frieza's good?
I think Viz's actually holding him off. You know what?
That's crazy.
You gotta
You
give
know
him
what?
some credit. Frieza's probably holding his own
I'll give him
against
credit.
Broly. So,
now we have it. The fusion ends. It is the third try. This time, Piccolo's like, God damn, if you guys don't get it this time, the world might be destroyed because I don't know what the hell's going on over there. They perfect it. And they get this fusion. Enter for the first time in canon the man with the plan. Just didn't know what his name was going to be for the first few minutes. Who comes in, Lobo?
to me, my favorite of all the fusion characters, Gogeta, has officially been named a canon character in the Dragon Ball universe. Like, look how gorgeous that man is. So, Gogeta is now officially brought into the universe, and we didn't just get Gogeta. The cool thing I liked is that we got base Gogeta first. We got to see what he looked like without the Super Saiyan power. And obviously, you know I've already seen people online going back and forth about this idea. So there is still a distinct like feature difference between Gogeta and Vegito. Vegito definitely is more or less Vegeta's personality. He's definitely very cocky. He's very, very arrogant, but he's also very brutal. You have to remember that he does not hold back, which is Vegeta's trademark. This one was a lot calmer. You know, he immediately looks at Piccolo, says, "I'll see you later," teleports right to the fight, and when he appears, the first thing he sees is Frieza pinned against the wall, like.
Frieza went through some shit for that hour, boy.
Yo,
Frieza's in there getting his ass
it's not
whooped.
even an hour. You have to think about it.
He was getting his
you
ass
have to think about the
whooped.
fact that it's not even just the hours of the failed transformations, but it's the time it took
them to learn the
So
transformation.
yeah, there's that.
It was
And
about
then-
like 2 hours just getting his ass kicked
And
by
I just
Broly.
loved the overall presence of the character. Like he pops up, Frieza's like, "Who do you think you are?" And he's like, "We are Gogeta." Goku and Vegeta have fused together to take Broly down, and you just feel like that presence, and you see Frieza's like, "Wait, what is this now?"
I would like to give a quick nod to Banzai Wolfburger because I know he's going to love this one. When Gogeta entered the scene, it was very reminiscent to that of All Might entering the scene. Where, like, as you're watching, you know, like, all you can think about is, like, Gogeta's in there, like, I'm here now. Like, have no fear because I am here. And it's like, you got it.
Yeah,
you got
that's
it. You
good.
got it. Let's see what you can do.
And he showed us everything that he could do. Like, this character was what the fans have wanted for a very long time. A highly requested character, just as much as Broly, to be brought into this universe. And we were actually seeing, you know, after we see Frieza's been pinned off, we're like, who the hell is holding Broly off? Whis is holding Broly off.
So we don't know at what point it took this turn, but at some point, I guess Broly got bored with Frieza and turned his attention towards Whis, because all you see is Whis just bobbing and weaving everything, just backflipping, jumping all over the place. Broly's just, motherfucker, come here, and trying to get him, and he just can't. And Whis is just,
still scares me to think about it. Like, just how dangerous could Whis be if he ever turned bad?
Look, we're not going to discuss the
terrifying.
possibility of an evil angel,
Jesus,
but
but-
let's just laugh at the fact that Whis is just dipping this like it's nothing.
Yeah, it really was. And then we see Gogeta show up, and the cool thing that I loved is that he nods both characters. So he starts off in Goku's stance, ready to fight. And the cool thing I loved is that Whis acknowledges, like, oh, you two can really work together. And then immediately Broly sees him and knows you're the new threat. Then right before they take off, he gets right into Vegeta's pose, and then boom, the music kicks, and this just turns into a whole new battle. It's reset now, and it is a great, and it's a feast for your eyes. The animation, the fighting, the music, everything about it, you just get excited for. Gogeta has just turned this entire fight into a whole new level of what the hell is about to happen. And you see him blocking and kicking away Broly's attacks. Now, remember a second ago, nobody could touch Broly's moves. You know, Goku and Vegeta alone could not hold back just one blast. He's literally, and acting like it's a game. And then immediately he just goes, now it's our turn. And we get the beautiful transformation from base form to Super Saiyan. And I loved every moment of it. And we were treated to a huge battle at this point. The blows are heavy. The hits are hard. You just, like, you feel like you're there. And just, if you haven't watched this movie, go watch this movie. If you get to buy the
such
movie,
a good fucking movie.
buy a sound bar, get a surround sound system, whatever you got to do.
Oh, yeah.
Turn that some bitch up and just listen to the blows. The cool thing I love is very My Hero reminiscent. Like, just My Hero to me is one of the greatest animes when it comes to actually showing off a fight, because the blows you hear, you feel like you feel them. And I'm saying Gogeta hitting Broly right in the stomach and then just swiftly kicking him right in his jaw. You're just like, oh my goodness, this looks so cool. And now the fight is turned into a one-sided fight with Gogeta taking the reins now. And we're watching Broly struggle and get angrier and angrier and angrier. But we're still seeing Broly get stronger through this whole thing. He's still not stopping. But Gogeta is trying, going in it. And it gets to a point where they literally, and I mean literally, break reality.
Yeah. They so we don't know what the move is for Broly, but all we know is that he did like this chest blast. And then Gogeta does this like Kamehameha or whatever. And when it clashes, when the two beams clash, it literally just the background shatters.
So back to this. They broke reality. they're fighting within this broken reality.
Yeah, they're like
just
between
them.
dimensions.
Nobody else
crazy.
can probably even see what's going on. It's just them.
Wiz can probably
and
see
it's
what's going
probably
on.
him.
I feel like
But-
Wiz can see everything.
Yeah. And then after that, you should see the blows get harder, the attacks get bigger, and at one point, Broly gets so much more frustrated that we see a form reminiscent to this form.
Oh, yeah.
He breaks through his armor,
Oh, yeah.
charges up huger, and then we see Gogeta in that area now turn blue. Now we have blue Gogeta.
Confirmed.
And then it's still a whole one-sided fight. Gogeta is holding Broly down, but again, Broly is still not backing down. And we see, like he said, just this array. There's a scene where Gogeta slides over and you see Broly look like he's looking over and he swipes over his hand, looks like he's ready to try to charge and attack and blast from the side. It's very unique. It's crazy. Like I can't describe how beautiful it was. It was just, again, a feast for the eyes. It just kept going over and over. We see blows and blows going back and forth. The fighting gets more intense. I'm at the point I'm like, how is the Earth even still standing at this point?
Honestly.
And then
Champ
we
Special
see,
made a funny remark about that. He made a joke that said over the years and years of constant battles on Dragon Ball Z that the Earth has grown stronger.
It has to have. And one of my favorite techniques that got shown from Gogeta is obviously a new one, where he does this thing where like he powers like these charged punches, punches Broly across a river of lava, and then hits Broly again with another two-piece. Then Broly gets pulled into like this blue like stun cage, and then we just see him, and if you've seen the trailer, you'll see it, cross his arms, and it just boom, an explosion of nothing but energy. We also see the Soul Punisher get returned in there. He uses the classic Soul Punisher that we saw in Fusion Reborn, and it just gets better and better and better. And at one point, and this is I think where everything got turned crazier, you see Whis look over and goes, I think this is about to end. And while this is all going on, Broly's little sweetheart, well, you know, it's about to be his sweetheart.
Yeah, Chilai.
And Lemo are rushing to try to get the Dragon Balls because they want, this entire time they're watching this and they were like, how can we save him? She's able to get the Dragon Balls. They summon the dragon by forcing one of Frieza's henchmen to actually force the dragon to be summoned. And they use the Dragon Ball's wish right before we see what probably was one of the most beautifully charged Kamehamehas in history. Like, this was all reminiscent, and again, all that My Hero feel to it. You see the glow in Gogeta's eyes, the energy being charged. You know this is about to be the final attack.
Did you notice that it was like almost exactly the same technique as like Master Roshi, like with his, you know, that?
Yeah, like
but instead he started here.
Yeah.
Or like he started here and then he brought it this way.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. He didn't just load it up here. He started in one direction, charged it up the whole way he was pulling it this way, and then released it. And I was like, oh, it kind of reminds me of when Master Roshi did the whole hand form, but just, you know, he's Gogeta, so he doesn't have to do all this.
Yep.
But he did a quick bam, and then threw it out. He's conscious again. He's like, oh,
what's
shit.
about to happen? But all he sees is this blast coming toward him.
Huge.
And at the last second,
Huge.
Chilai wishes two things. The dragon to save Broly and return him back to the planet that he grew up on. And in a split second, after the blast flies over, Broly's gone. Broly is returned back to Vampa. And immediately after that, you see him throw the energy that he had left aside. And we still get to see the triumphant Gogeta stand firm. I won this fight. It's over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And just a couple quick ending parts. We get to see Chilai and Lemo try to escape. Frieza tries to destroy them.
He was going to.
He tries, but he realizes when Gogeta pops up, he grabs his hand and goes, "Not so fast."
Right.
And you see probably what was probably one of the biggest signs of respect from Frieza, at least, that he was just like, "I can't mess with you."
Right. He's
he
like, nah,
powers down from golden form,
none of that shit.
takes his hand back, and just goes, "I'll be back," and he just dips. That's it. And pretty much now we got the ending of the whole movie. We get to see Broly is now returned to his planet. Chilai and Lemo return to Vampa to end up starting this new life with Broly as like, in a sense, like a strange new family.
Right.
And we get to see Broly actually re-meet up with Goku. Goku comes there with a peace offering, gives them food, gives them shelter now, you know, and other supplies, and tells Broly, you know, I really like you. You know, I thought I was the strongest. I was getting to that point where I was still going to be the strongest, but you showed up and you're way more powerful than me. And not only that, you see what looks like a big sign of respect from Broly, And he tells him, he smiled, and he
smiled,
goes,
he smiled.
I want to come back here once in a while and train with Broly, but I'd also like to teach him how to use certain things, and I'm sure that we can work together. And I think that was probably one of the coolest things. Broly's now an official character in the series. We will see him again.
Oh, yeah.
And we may see him even better than before. And I think the best way they ended the movie was when they asked, "What's your name?" And Goku responds,
It's Goku. But Broly? Call me Kakarot.
beautifully. Great way to end this movie. Like, great way. I loved it.
It was a really good ending. As far as what we think is going to take place after, all the questions that we had from the movies, all of our likes and dislikes, we're going to leave all that for a different video for you guys in a couple weeks.
A couple videos, actually.
A couple of them, actually. But until then, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am your boy, Snapple Grapple. And to my left of me,
I am Lobo Berry Crunch. Thank you guys. For anybody who's a DBZ fan, anime fan, make sure you like, subscribe, support us. We'll be there for you guys, too. Comment what you want to see from us. Until then...
Fusion. We fucked up. We would have been fat, boo. Thank you guys for watching. This is Otaku Lounge and also FCTV. Hope to see you guys soon. Peace.